Welcome back, week 8. How we feeling, everybody? We have special guest.
Oh, hi.
I think we got 3 winners in here this week. Is that right? You won, Spencer.
I did
I
win. I did win, yeah.
I won by the skin of my teeth. Yeah. Sean has joined us just for a minute or two. Sean, the floor is yours. What would you like to say to the audience?
Yeah, I finally got a dub. It feels good. It's nice to know what you guys have been experiencing this whole time. Just wanted to say it's been a cursed season for me so far. I've lost a lot of players to injury, as a lot of people have, but it just has really been the story of my team for the whole season. So
I will say your 0-7 start is one of the harder to watch teams I think I've ever seen. I don't know if I've ever actually seen anyone who hadn't gotten a win until week 8. So I don't know if that
it
makes you
was
feel better or worse or what, but
it was just it is what it was, and probably that injuries and drafting Zamir White was probably
yeah.
my biggest draft blunder. Other than that, I thought every move I've tried to make, I tried to make a couple trades happen. I've been very active with everything else, and it just hasn't panned out. It's not like for lack of effort or whatever, just unlucky season.
I
I think Spencer had
definitely
one kind of similar not too long ago.
he
So
did, yeah. I definitely didn't think your losses were from lack of trying. I think you for the most part been getting very very unlucky. Not only with your higher draft picks just playing like shit, but a lot of injuries and yeah, feels
I've
bad, but
literally lost the starter every single week, at least to like during the game or for several games after that.
what was it, week
Except
5 or 6 or something, where you had actually maybe it was just last week. Yeah, it was just last week when I'm like, he's finally gonna get his first win, and Jaden Daniels goes out for the game and he ends up with a point or something like that.
hmm
Same thing with Marv and his concussion a couple weeks ago. My camera just turned off for some reason. It's very strange. Maybe
No,
I
yeah,
clicked on
I don't know.
accident.
I've been rooting for you. I feel bad because I know what it feels like to have that season, especially
hmm
when you've had a lot of close losses, and then even this one, freaking. I mean, goddamn, you had to grind it out there on Monday Night Football.
Oh. Hey man, whatever gets it done. Whatever gets it done. Now, will you be making the playoffs this year? Now, it's still at 1. It's still at 1. I know. Now, not only do you need to win out, I believe, or come close to winning out, maybe you can afford one loss, you need someone else to have a complete blunder. Yeah, you need one of these 3-win teams to not do anything. A couple of these 3-win teams. I mean, this could still happen. It could happen. Yeah. It has been pretty rough this year. Yeah, especially if they trade Cooper Kupp. I'm just kidding. That's not going to happen. Yeah, Puka's, honestly, everybody made fun of that. Well, not everybody. Some people drafted him super duper high. Some people said no way he goes that high because Cooper Kupp is still really good. But, like, honestly, they're both healthy and they're both doing pretty good. Doing pretty well. Like, I think Kupp got a touchdown. He was kind of quiet, but Puka's kind of nasty with it. We believe in you, Sean. You just gotta believe, man. Is that right? Oh yeah, you got 857 scored against you, which is like, yeah, that's definitely the most by a little bit. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Well, yeah. Anyway. It's got 24 of them. Jeez Louise. Sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, I got string them together, baby. Oh. Sneak peek. I'm taking Sean. I don't bet on Garrett's team anymore. I don't bet on Garrett's team. All right, well, thank you, Sean. Appreciate you coming on. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Love you too. Well, yeah, no, that's gonna pop up in the episode too, I think. Let's rip into this real quick. Of course, Sean joins us on the episode where we get to highlight Spencer a little bit, but we're gonna speed through it because Spencer doesn't deserve to be highlighted. Highest points of the week, Spencer, 133.7. Your woo didn't come through. Your woo, do it again. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, because you won by like 50, which we'll get there. Hang on. That's the biggest point differential. Low points, Benjamin, 76.08. Oh, Benny do. Moving on. Biggest point diffs, like I said, Spencer and Garrett matchup had a 49.92 differential there. Smallest point differential as high, well, I don't think we actually said it, but very, very tight one with Sean's first win against Dad. 3.22 points. Yeah, close. Most bench points. Go ahead. Yep. Very close. Andrew puts up 116. I mean, there was a good number of people that capped the hundreds this week. So, I unfortunately, well, I won, so I'm not that pressed about it. But I had the most bench points with 69.66 on my bench, 50 of which came from Justin Herbert and Labaconki. So, and my team is deep and also, knock on wood, extremely healthy still. I have lost somebody for a few weeks at a time, a week or two at a time. Like who was it? I lost Smith to a couple weeks. And other than that, I don't think I lost Herbert. I dropped Herbert for a little while because he was kind of banged up and wasn't playing well. Then I got him back. So yeah, no, just a lot of injury luck on my side. You'll never guess who our most scrimmage yards is. Garrett's player. Even though Garrett got blown out by Spencer, Tyrone Tracy Jr. with 150 scrimmage yards. Good job, Garrett. Yes, and it was only by a few. Next closest was A-Chan with 147. Calvin Ridley had 146, tied with CeeDee Lamb's 146. Joe Mixon had 134. Gibbs at 133, tied with James Cook. Najee just put up 131 against us, but yeah, Tracy had 150. Yeah. Really, really good. Too bad the rest of our team, okay, hang on. Left tackle is ass, and quarterback is, so I am on the wrong week. All right. That's our points. How'd we do on our predictions? Let's go. Yes, because we both bet you. I think we went same on a couple, actually, but sweet. Sean's proving the haters wrong. And he'll keep, actually, I'm about to bet on him this week, so. All right. Well, that just goes to show I'm really good at betting. Right, Spencer? Not. Yep, that was the Sean game, right? Well, we're about to get into some predictions. So I don't know how I'm supposed to keep going without you. Why don't we start with the Garrett-Sean matchup, since I've already made my decision here. Which actually, the more that I look at it, how did I didn't actually watch the Chiefs game. How did Hopkins do on the Chiefs? Did he play? Let me see if Garrett. See if I can pull it up. I can never get the stats on the computer version, so I'm gonna see if I can pull it up really quick on my phone. Are you also picking Sean? What the? All right. I'm gonna take Sean, unironically, to string together 2 wins and mount his way back to playoff contending. He's just letting us all get a head start, I think. By the way, D-Hop had 2 catches for 29 yards for a grand total of 3.9 points. And he has projected 8 points, 8.8 this week on the Chiefs versus the Bucks, which feels like a very low prediction versus the Bucks. But yeah, I think Garrett will actually have a good week. But Kyler could have actually he's playing the Bears. We'll see if he plays Jaden versus the Giants, which is probably a good decision. Play Jaden versus the Giants. Moving on. Dad fell to 4-4, and we got Nathan up here at 6-2. Who you taking? Yeah, that's sketch. I'm gonna take. See, this is a super interesting matchup. And I'll tell you why. Aside from George Kittle on bye, Dad's got to put his defense, pick up another defense if he doesn't already have one, because his defense is on bye. Kareem Hunt has been doing really well for the Chiefs as their starting running back. Austin Eckler's been okay. Dad's got Lamar, who can always be great, but is playing against Denver. Jaden Reed's been really solid. And he's got Tank Dell, who just became the number 1 wide receiver on the Houston Texans. Yep. Well, they put Sauce on Tank? I don't know. Maybe. You're right. He might. Tank Dell might he might just be the first player in history to get 15 targets for 0 catches and have like 2 or 3 of those be picked off. Yeah, I'll say, yeah. Granted, it was National Tight End Week or day or whatever, so that factors in a little bit. But yeah, no, there's not many mouths to feed over there. Yeah. I will say, even if K. Dotton is doing really well, like let's say K. Dotton scores a touchdown, it'll at least be mitigated because Nate is probably going to play Baker. So, like, every K. Dotton touchdown is, unless he's rushing it, is only really worth like 2 points. Maybe 2.5, 3 points. Unless he rips off a long one, which probably won't happen because he's tight end. So, that's who I was going to take. Didn't I already say I was taking Dad? I'm taking Dad. I don't care what you say. By the way, with K. Dotton, if Dad really likes K. Dotton, he's also got Travis Kelce sitting on his bench now. So somebody really needs a tight end and wants to, make that a trade offer for Travis Kelce. Be my guest. Moving on. We got the 3-5 Andrew team versus Benny Do, who is 2-6. Andrew in a much needed must-win, feels like a must-win game for him to get a decent spot in the playoffs if he's going to get there. Ben seems to be people's bounce back weeks. He's like the Giants. People just you play against Ben and then you do really well and then you move on. I'm just kidding. Yeah. He's been playing Ray Davis still. Pickens is on bye. Steelers are on bye. I feel like Xavier Legette did okay last week, no? That will be good for him. Yeah. It's not all doom for Ben's team. Oh, yeah, he's got Jameson Williams, who got suspended. Metcalf on his bench, questionable. I think I'm still taking Andrew here. His team on paper looks really good. It just, if the matchups fall his way. Well, he might not have to pick anyone up for his wide receiver. He might just throw DK into his lineup. Yeah, he might, and he's got Gibson too, so I don't know if he's gonna keep playing this Ray Davis dude on the Bills or if he's gonna swap in Gibson. Oh, actually, he should have Christian McCaffrey back this week. Christian McCaffrey's gonna be activated and play this week. Are you sure? All right. Tell me who your pick is while I look this up. Oh, yes. Okay. What are we in? Week 9 now? Oh my god. Okay, so he'll be back not on bye week. He'll be back the week after. All right. We both took Andrew on that one. Yeah, it is tough to say how Ben's gonna turn out on that one, but we shall see. Moving on, we got Mom, who is now 5-3. Sorry, Ma. And Sarah is 4-4. Who you got? Kirk Cousins gave me a heart attack this week. I'm watching Kirk Cousins sling touchdowns into the end zone with Drake London sitting on my fucking team with no touchdowns. Like, what were you saying? Yep. By the way, I was watching a lot of the Ravens game because that was part of our little parlay that you, me, and Garrett had. And I was like, I wonder why Mom started Rashad Bateman over Zay Flowers. I'm assuming it's just because of the trade she did with you. She's like, I traded for him. I might as well start him now. I'm like, I feel like that's going to be a mistake. I'm pretty sure Zay Flowers outscored Rashad by a decent amount. Yeah, and now Mom's got Zay Flowers back in, which, by the way, Zay Flowers is much more talented than Rashad Bateman is, so it makes sense that he's playing better. Yep. Mom would have beat me if she had Zay Flowers in. Who'd you end up getting for it? Oh, he got... Oh, man. Well, he'll be good when he comes back. He's been ascending. Anyway, what do we... Garrett Wilson, Thursday night? I like both teams. This is tough, man. It's a tough one. Let's see if Sarah ends up playing worthy. She got Cooper Kupp on her bench. Give me Sarah. And actually, I'm about to send Sarah a trade offer for Cooper Kupp. You took Mom, yeah? I took Sarah. Yep. Let's move along. What are we at? Runtime 22 minutes. We're chugging. Let's go. Let me see if I can mute that really quick. Don't talk. I'm gonna talk only. What? I'm the only one talking. Nobody can hear you right now, just so we don't get the annoying sound. Okay. Chris is 3-5. Veronica is 4-4. Yeah, I feel like Chris. Did Chris just come off a win? Let me unmute you now. Okay. Yeah. Tank Bigsby didn't really do him very many favors, huh? And I'm trying to remember what all he scored last week. So he had Jalen Hurts have the majority of his points. Is this right? What? That's wrong. It's showing me... There we go. He does not have Jalen Hurts. I'm looking at his roster. It was bugged on my phone, showing me Elizabeth's roster for under his score. Achane had the majority of his points. Bigsby, like 9. Chase did all right. Neighbors did 10 points. McBride carried. Dowdle, I don't know if he got injured in the game or ruled out before, but he ended up getting him a 0. And Chris still pulled out the win. So, and I mean, it's Tua on his first game back who didn't put up a ton of points. His Jamar Chase Malik Neighbors stack just looks so good that I always want to take Chris. I don't know, man. I do not know. I think I'm leaning. Yeah, I'm gonna take Veronica on this one. I think her team is just more consistent. I think this one is gonna be so close. and 101 is too low of a prediction. This is going to be like a 118 to 119 type of week. Book it. I'm going to forget that I ever said that, but yeah, I was wondering the same thing. I mean, granted, you got to remember it's his first game back from like 4 weeks off, I think, something like that. So, yeah. He also, his brain might just be fried. Now, granted, they've got Buffalo, so I would for sure probably not. Well, I don't know. Buffalo's secondary is not the greatest, right? So maybe it is a good play. Yeah, let's see if Chris ends up getting another quarterback, though. His bench is interesting. Bucky and Sean Tucker. Really believing in that Bucks backfield. Keenan, who's been just so mid this year, and Adunze, so he's got Chicago wide receivers. It's like he's gonna have to make a roster change though, because I think Juju's gonna be probably in this week. Anyway, let's move on. I took Veronica on that one. You took Chris. Whoa, 4-4. This is you, Spencer, versus Shannon, who's 6-2. She's got Debo on bye. Jordan Love keeps dying mid-game. Your running back situation's pretty good. Your wide receiver situation's solid. Dare I say good. Dalton Kincaid finally had a good week for you. You got Nick Chubb back. Jordan Mason sitting on your bench and also on bye now. Brian Thomas, you said, is going to be injured. Okay. But no Brock Purdy for you. Who are we playing at quarterback? Yeah, who? Tell us who so I can steal it. Tell us who so I can... I'm pretty sure I have the lowest waiver priority, bro. There's no way I get it. Valid. All right. Yeah. Meanwhile, on the other side, we've got, like I said, Jordan Love, who Shannon also has Matt Stafford. She's probably going to, I mean, I'm not going to tell you guys what she's, I have no idea what she's doing, but every time she plays Jordan Love and he gets injured, she gets mad and realizes she should have played Matt Stafford. So who knows what's going to happen there. Josh Jacobs has been very solid this year. Kamara's just Kamara. Tyreek is, I mean, he had like 9 points, I think, this week, so it wasn't terrible, but yeah, that's a hopefully yeah, I'm glad I have Kamara in the other league. I'm glad I'm not playing against him this week. She does have Debo on bye though. She's got Darnell Mooney still, who's been actually pretty decent. I don't know. I think there's a reason Shannon's 6-2. Part of it is because people don't really score a ton against her for whatever reason. It's like her aura defense is like really good. So I think you're only gonna put up like 80 points this week, Spence. Sorry, taking Shannon. Actually, you have this could go both ways so quickly. Like your team has been known to, dare I say, shit the bed. So oh, okay, all right. It's pretty solid. Question is, does CD go off for 40 points again? Yeah, could be a good matchup for CD. I think it just honestly, I don't know what it's gonna come down to. But like, if Nick Chubb has a solid week, if Devontae Adams can do anything, I think you can win. But I'll still take Shannon. Oh yeah, I hate Thursday matchups too when my players are playing, especially like my players that I expect to do really well. Like literally last week, I started off really good actually with Kyron Williams, but I was so nervous about it. I'm like I don't want to go into Sunday slate with Kyron having like 11 points. Like that's so bad. But he did good. That is correct. Last matchup, me versus Elizabeth. I'm 7-1. Elizabeth is 4-4. Yeah, she's got. Elizabeth unfortunately has a couple issues. Number one being she lost Stephon Diggs. Number two being Najee's really been taken off for her, and he's on bye. And number three being Mike Evans probably is still out. So. Oh. Can you see that in the standings? How do you see that? Oh, yeah. Wait. Well, don't say that. You're going to curse me. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, you never. Well, actually, the Jaguars seem like a trap game for the Eagles, but Jalen Hurts and Saquon could go nuclear and carry here, so you never know. Evan Ingram's been really good past couple of weeks since he got back from his injury. Ravens D versus the Broncos. I'm probably not going to start the Broncos D. Oh my god, I have two bad. Oh no. I have the Packers D versus the Lions. Ain't no fucking way in hell I'm playing that. Or the Broncos D versus the Ravens. I might just have to grab a new defense. I don't know, Jam. All right, I'm gonna take me. Humbly, I'm gonna take myself. But not Veronica. You know what? Never mind. I was gonna offer something to Elizabeth, but I take it back. Never mind. I'm gonna destroy you. In the ESPN app? Can I do that? I wonder if I can do that live. Where's the message board on here? I don't ever use the computer app unless we're doing this. Members, rosters, get message board. Okay. Live, I'm going to post a new topic. Week 9. Beth. Surely this won't come back to bite me, no? All right. Week 9 topic is in the message board, and the first one says, Beth, I'm going to destroy you this week. So surely that doesn't come back. Anyway, I think that's it. It's the home stretch. Shout out to listen, I'm trying to stay humble, but it's just so exciting winning so many times in a row. What was I gonna say? Shout out to everybody in this league for being extremely active in this league, and been a lot of people texting back and forth about stuff, and I mean, like mom and dad are like fully into it too. They always watch these, and every time I see them, we're always chatting about their fantasy teams and stuff. So, GG's everyone. We're gonna have like 14 full-blown fantasy addicts in a couple of years from now, I think. So, Definitely. All right. That should do it for us. We'll catch you all next week. Week 10. Week 9. Yeah, good luck on week 9, everybody. Adios.